welcome to another Looney Tunes review video. If this is your first time on the channel, consider subscribing as it helps out the channel, and give this video a like if you do like it. So this is a review for Gorilla My Dreams, released on the 3rd of January 1948. It's the 511th in the series, and it's directed by Bob McKimson. Due to copyright, I can't show you the full cartoon in this review, but you can see it on the Looney Tunes Golden Collection Volume 2 DVD set and on the Looney Tunes Platinum Collection Volume 3 Blu-ray set. And again, because I can't show you the full cartoon, I'll at least let you know what it's all about in case you haven't seen it. But simply put, Bugs is just floating along on the ocean in his barrel, where eventually a lady gorilla comes across the barrel, sees Bugs, and takes Bugs to her home and introduces Bugs to her husband, Mr. Gruesome, as her son, and of course Bugs plays along as a son. And with me today, after a little bit of an absence, but we're trying to change that, is my good friend Fox in a Fix. Say hi.
Hey guys, I never left, but I enjoyed this one thoroughly, and I think the title is based on the expression "girl of my dreams."
Ooh. Yes, Girl My Dreams. You're trying to muscle in on the trivia territory now, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Fair enough. But there are a few bits of trivia, and then we'll get into discussing the cartoon, of course. Now, the Tarzan parody that you see in this, it's specifically of actor Johnny Weissmuller, if I say his name correctly. I probably butchered it with my Aussie accent, but in any case, that was the actor that played Tarzan roughly around this time. In the beginning, we see Bugs Bunny reading Esquire magazine, which, at the time of the short's release, was considered to be a somewhat risque magazine. This short would later be remade as Apes of Wrath, which we'll also touch upon very shortly. And the books, which was a great funny gag, by the way, with the ferocious apes, and then you see these apes and gorillas reading books. One of which is Apes of Wrath, and Our Vines Have Tender Apes. Well, they're of course Grapes of Wrath, and Our Vines Have Tender Grapes. Right? But they're two books, one perhaps more famous than the other. So, Fox, just starting off with what are your general thoughts on this one?
Well, at first I think Robert McKimson really struck gold with Warren Foster as a writer. In contrary with when he used Ted Pierce. I think McKimson's unit is doing better than Jones's unit at this point. I think it might be my favorite from this era. And I think it's a lot better than what Frisch Freleng did years later with Apes of Wrath. That one's kind of stale, and the budget went back a little by then. It was, I believe, a cartoon from '59. It's kind of a remake, but the characters look less appealing, and but I think this gruesome gorilla ape was also used in the Hurdy-Gurdy Hare, another McKimson cartoon from like a year later or something. It's really funny as well, and it almost uses the same monkey.
Yeah, I love the design. It's amazing design of these gorillas.
Yeah, it's a shame they didn't use him more often, but I think he he didn't evolve, but McKimson liked to use these beast-like characters, so I think he went with Tasmanian Devil later on.
Yeah, and my kids seem to think that I remind them of Gruesome. I don't know why, but maybe I'm a big hairy man, I guess.
If I may, I do have a little analysis about this cartoon because it starts out with a lot of meta jokes about the apes being human-like, reading books and all. And even Gruesome reads the Jungle News, but Gruesome in particular ends up being not human-like at all, while his wife is full-on caring and speaking like a human mother. But I think it maybe says something about men being able to act like beasts within the nuclear family situation.
Yeah. I think so. Yeah, that's actually a very, very good point. Mind you, even though my kids think I'm gruesome, I'm not going to call my wife a gorilla. I can tell you. I hope she doesn't listen. I mean, and speaking of the wife, your gorilla wife, that is in this cartoon, not my wife, of course.
Oh, gruesome! I have a little surprise for you.
She's voiced by Mel Blanc, and I was surprised to hear that you didn't pick it out at first.
No, I took it for a woman's voice. I didn't notice it. I didn't even think it was funny, but I watched it 2 times, and the second time I was just like, wait a minute, it's Mel Blanc doing the woman's voice, and I didn't even hear it. How is this possible? He's just so good, man. It really took me
Yeah,
by surprise. Yeah.
exactly. I mean, I look, I personally think it's absolutely hilarious.
That's nice. While you're gone, I'll fix dinner. Goodbye, Mug.
I just, like he's acting like a woman, and he's does a good job, but it's quite clear it's a man's voice. I don't know. I just get a kick out of it. I don't know. I quite like it. But what did you think of some of the music in this one? And and I'm going to have, of course, all the music trivia as I always do in these reviews. But what are your thoughts on it?
Well, it's funny you should ask because when I think of a good music score in a Bugs Bunny cartoon, I often think of this immediately because Bugs is singing "Someone's Rocking My Dreamboat."
I'm gonna. Oh, we traded vows the night that I sailed away.
And that's one of my favorite songs from this era. And he sings it for like a minute. So, well, if you're a fan, you're gonna like this cartoon. But also at the Jungle Chase, they played dinner music for A Pack of Hungry Cannibals by Raymond Scott. That's a really good song as well. So the score really makes this cartoon even better than it already is.
Exactly right. And of course, I mean, this being a Carl Starling thing. Of course, whenever you see anything resembling Africa, of course he's going to play Congo. That's like a pretty standard stuff. I
Yeah.
mean, that's pretty much what he did all along these cartoons. He would have in the back of his mind, okay, we've got a scene with the circus, so we'll play She's an Acrobat's Daughter. We're in Africa, let's play Congo. That kind of thing, as we typically see. But what are your thoughts on the Bugs Bunny design? Because as Jerry Beck points out in his commentary, he seems a bit more heavy set, I guess, compared to what the other units were doing. I mean, what are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, this is a typical McKimson Foster team up, I think. Bugs is really bold and aggressive. At one point, he's even challenging Gruesome to fight him, and he's not even scared. And at the end, he lets Gruesome destroy him, like throw him around without any. He doesn't even. Yeah, he's scared for a bit, but he's really bold in this one, and I really like that. We talked a bit about this in your Acrobatic Bunny cartoon review, I think.
Yep, which I'm still gonna put back up, I guess.
Oops.
which I will. I'll get there. I'm only one man, of course. But just to slowly wrap this review up, I mean, what sort of score would you give it out of 10? I mean, I personally give it an 8, where it's a really, really solid cartoon. And it's not maybe my favorite, but there's quite a lot to love about this one, especially with the Gorilla Dad and just the way that Bugs is just plays along with the whole situation, which is what I quite like.
Well, on one hand, there's not a lot of cartoons like this, so I like it for that. I'll give it a 9 or something, maybe even higher, because it's really a childhood classic. But there's also a lot that are like it. The jungle theme was played up a lot during this era, and there's the Apes of Wrath cartoon coming up later, and also Bushy Hair is a cartoon that McKimson did in 1950. That's one you should like because he's going to Australia in that one. And in that one, the kangaroo mom convinces Bugs to act like her son by crying about it, and Bugs falls for that. Well, that's exactly the same situation in this cartoon. So it's not all original material, but I'll give it a big thumbs up. Also because of the great score.
Of course, and also gives us, Jerry Beck's commentary where he actually sings in it for a little bit, which is always a funny. I mean, he doesn't sing too much, but but it's still pretty funny. He does a few good voices, but it was good. So, any final thoughts there, Fox, on this wonderful cartoon?
No, go watch it. Go listen to Mel Blanc. Go listen to the score, and go listen to Jerry Beck.
That's right. And look, as always, guys, thank you so much for watching these reviews. Feedback is always welcome. And, 1948, it's only the beginning, but I tell you, This is one of the best years in Looney Tunes as far as I'm concerned. It actually features my favorite Looney Tunes of all time. I'll let you guys guess what that is.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, that's right. So until next time, take care.
I wore him out.